Hi everyone, I'm Dani Babb. I've been helping educators get jobs for about 20 years. Third edition of this book is out. It's been out for a couple of years now. Take a look at it. facultyjobtools.com is my website, and I will be blogging about this topic, so feel free to read there for more information. So I am seeing this plethora of misinformation on groups and forums where people say, hey, I'm new to online education. How do I get my first job? And others are writing back and saying you can't. That is literally not true. First of all of us who have jobs started somewhere without a job. Okay, so the people who are giving advice and saying it's not possible, which I am seeing hundreds and hundreds of times in a week, but they have a job, so do the math, right? It doesn't add up. My daughter would say that math ain't mathing. So yes, you can get jobs. Now, is it harder? Yes. Do you need to do a few things to position yourself? Absolutely. So I'm going to walk you through what some of those things are. First of all, do not apply with a resume. Apply with a CV. Make sure it's professionally written, not just by some random person that you found on the internet or on Upwork. I research and work with hiring deans every 3 months at least to find out what they're looking for and how to get past the ATS. So you don't need to work with me. I have tons of free DIY on my website, but make sure you're really, really vetting the person that you work with. They need to understand higher education at another level. Okay, that aside, that's my soapbox because it drives me crazy. I see CVs, somebody just spent hundreds of dollars on one and it's a mess. So please just read my website and take a look at my DIY. Now, some things you can do. You don't have experience, you need to get it. First of all, everybody should be doing this on their CV anyway, irrespective of experience. Every professional job you have needs to have a section that says how it applies to online higher education and how you're gonna take what you know into the student population. Add that, even if you're a seasoned veteran, it's time to update your CV. If you're new to education, absolutely you need that. Second, when professors have to do synchronous sessions or they are hybrid instructors, they get exhausted and burned out and they're often paid the same or even less than professors who are fully online asynchronous. So many times we have an opportunity to allow a guest speaker where we host our class, we allow the guest speaker to speak. Where would you put that? Well, a new section, temporarily under your CV that says presentations to students, right? So get some experience doing that, talking with students and engaging them and doing Q&A. Many on-site professors in particular will be really happy to have you come in, go to a local community college and offer your services. Put it up on the bulletin board if you have to, that you would love to speak with students about XYZ topic in symposium format or guest lecture format. And again, some online universities also allow guest speakers, so that's something to look at. Another thing is there are a lot of nonprofit or community organizations that offer free learning to students. Sometimes it was from underhoused, sometimes it was drug addicted folks, sometimes it's just students who dropped out and need a fresh start. Go volunteer. I know we're limited on hours, but if you really want to break into online higher ed, that's how you can do it. Another thing is to start looking at the jobs. Unfortunately, this is true. Many of us had to start there that don't pay so well because they're not really expecting you to have a ton of experience. Sometimes you get so endeared with the mission and vision, you end up sticking around for the long term. But really, this is a matter of reorganizing what you do and how you write. Final idea or final suggestion is if you are really good at a topic, vibe code, learn to vibe code, create a small online course or just create a YouTube video like this and put it in landscape mode and upload it to YouTube and teach people back and forth how to do something that you do, right? You're still demonstrating that you're experienced, you're still demonstrating you care about the success of others and that you are interested in education, that it's your passion, even though you're not actually in a formal classroom. So those are all things you have to document in your CV. On average, it's around 300 applications right now per interview. That's ticked up a little bit. You might be at 400 or 500 applications before you get an interview, but you can still get one. And so don't listen to the folks who are saying you can't. It is literally not true. I help people do this all day. And I can tell you, many of them have never had a job in online higher ed before. So I hope this helps you. If you have any questions, facultyjobtools.com. There's a contact me button right there. Feel free to reach out.